Hey everyone, this is David Chua, author of Raving Fan Customers, business owner, and also speaker and entrepreneur. So what I want to share with you in this video is what I call the 3 foundational ways to build any brand. These are the 3 things that usually leave an impression in your customer or your client's minds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you what these 3 elements are, and I'm going to show you at the end of this video how you can apply it to you and your business. So the first one is, I want to show you this. The first key, before I review this, the first key to building any brand is that you want to think about what's the impression that you leave, what's the taste. It's because building a brand is all about experience. When you think about Apple, it's an experience. So these are the 3 what I would call foundational pillars to building any successful brand. If you look at Apple, if you look at the biggest brands like Coca-Cola or Dell, or for example, all these customers, they usually have these 3 elements in place. So I want you to think, as I teach you the first and the second and the third foundations and the pillars, I want you to also think, how can you apply it to your business and where you are lacking, okay? So now, let me review the first one. The first one to building a successful brand is all about perception. Perception. So before you even engage your client, what's the perceived perception for you and your business? So perception comes in many ways. It can be credibility. It can be recognition for your business, or your product or service. It can be reviews. It can be what the rumors and what the marketplace is hearing about you. So this is the first thing. It's all about perception. Before you even engage your client, they already have this perception of you in their mind. So what is that perception? Is it positive or is it negative? Is it neutral? If neutral, how you can turn it into a positive? If negative, then you gotta work on that perception. For example, some people, when you just mention their name, you have a certain perception into it, especially multi-level marketing, for example. If you think about multi-level marketing, you usually think about Amway, for example. And even though sometimes it's a great company, but the thing is, there's a negative perception towards these companies. So if you're building a brand or a business, what's the perception you have in your customers' minds? So that's the first key thing. The second thing, other than perception, is called product. Once they have a perceived idea of you and your product or service, what happens is they'll think is, okay, then they'll look at your product. What's your product like? Is your product good quality? Is your product neutral? What is it something that is justifiable for the price you're charging? There are a lot of people that charge very expensive pricing for very mediocre products. And there are also people who are undercharging very good quality products at very low pricing, and that's hurting their business. And also sometimes you need to know is that whatever you do, it has to match with your market, what your market wants and what your market needs. It also has to match with your perception. So if you want to sell something at a premium pricing, it needs to have a product with high quality that justifies that premium pricing. So because it also affects to your brand. The reason why I use these 2 is because take a look at Apple. The perception of Apple is they're very well designed, they're very good quality, and what happens is that you already have this perception that a lot of people like Apple, and it's good. That may not always be the case, but it's good. And the product, when you get your hands on an Apple product, what happens is that when you look at an Apple product, you see the phone, you touch the phone, you feel the quality of the product, you feel the work that has gone into the product, and then you realize that actually this is worth whatever the price it is for, okay? And this is the last one on building a successful brand, is what I call people. People. People are the key to successful businesses. The people that service your clients, the people that get in touch with your clients, the people that answer the phone, the people that open the door to your shop. These people, what they do is they define a brand. So if you look at Apple, the perception of Apple, positive, because they have Apple products. The product is superb. And the people, have you ever went into an Apple store, not a reseller store, but an official Apple store? I remember I was in Australia once and I went into an official Apple store. What happened was, even though it was jam-packed crowded, I went into the door. Someone opened the door for me and just asked, okay, hi sir, how can I help you? What's your problem today? And then I told them my problem. I broke my MacBook and I had to have it fixed. And then within 5 minutes, I had one guy behind the Genius bar, which is basically technicians that fix your laptops. And within 5 minutes, he took my laptop and he told me, he gone through my laptop, showed me the problem, backed up all my files. And after that, I got my MacBook. Okay, I got a replacement MacBook with all of my data in it, because what happens is my MacBook broke and I lost all my hardware. But the engagement of walking into that Apple store, it turned me from a client into a raving fan. And right now, if you can see, my MacBook is Apple. My phones are by Apple. If I want to use any tablet, I'll get an Apple. Because they have built these three foundations. The perception is positive, the product is superb, and the people are extraordinary because they care. And if you notice there's a theme around this, it's all about experience. Experience, building a brand actually is not about just perception, product, or people. The key thing here is about experience. How can you make it a superb experience for your customers, from getting the product into their hands, from meeting you the first time, for seeing you even on social media? How can you engage them in a way that it gives them a wholesome and unique experience? So this is the three foundational pillars on building a powerful brand. Now, I want you to take a look at your business, your product, your service, and look at these three areas. How can you apply any of these three areas, or where you're lacking at, on building a successful brand for your business? I really look forward to hearing your lessons and your learnings, and where are you lacking at, and how can you apply it in the comments below. I really look forward seeing you hopefully at a live event, or maybe in another video. On my website, there's tons of trainings. You can just feel free to take a look. Or just follow me on social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, or Twitter, and I'll hopefully be able to connect with you. So I look forward to seeing your comments below. I look forward to hearing what are your learnings from this, and I'll see you in the next video.